Baruch atah Adonai, oh blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe, our Elohim Adonai. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable unto your sight. O my Elohim, my Adonai, my Yahweh. Alright, brothers and sisters, I got asked a question, and I'm doing 3 videos today, so I got asked a question the other day on one of my videos on what did I think was Daniel 9:27, and he shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. Well, I was really asked, what is the many? Now, for many years, I've been hearing people say, oh no, because it's going to be a peace treaty. I'm so sorry. It does not say peace treaty. It says confirming a covenant with many for 1 week. Now, I have 2 ways of interpreting this, and I can't tell you which one. I'm leaning more towards one, but I'll give you the first one, the other one first. The many could be the United Nations. Okay? It could be that the United Nations confirms the covenant that they did before the 1968. In other words, if you would have asked me when Barack Obama was president, I could very easily said he's going to enforce, that is the confirming, the covenant, the deal that was made by the United Nations. In other words, that Israel would have to return what is so-called occupied territory back to the Palestinians and be giving them Jerusalem. Now I'm seeing it in a new light. Okay? Because can it be that we know that there's been another covenant made for that territory, and it was made with Abraham? God made a covenant with Abraham that that land and Jerusalem would be for the Jewish people. So can this person confirm the covenant? In other words, he's going to go back to what Elohim said, that Jerusalem is the capital of Israel and that the land is Jewish territory. Okay? I'm seeing that more of a possibility with each passing day as I'm looking at what's going on to the news. And the reason why I'm seeing it more is because he makes that covenant for 7 weeks or a week. And then the next line it says, but in the midst of the week, he shall bring an end to the sacrifice and the offerings. Okay, so what is that? Is because I think it's going to take them 6 months to make the temple. And then it's going to take them 3 years to purify it and sanctify it so they could start performing sacrifices. Because the next verse states, but in the middle of the week, that's, 3.5 years, there's that half year to build it and 3 years to purify it. Why? Because he does not want, and it says, but in the midst of the week, he shall bring an end to the sacrifice and the offering. Because we know that the enemy, the adversary, would not want God's people making offerings to atone for God's people. That to me is a given. Okay, and on the wing of abomination shall be the one who makes desolate. In other words, he's going to take over the temple, and he's going to do like we see in the Maccabees, that he's going to defy the temple. He'll probably put an image of himself, not probably will, put an image of himself, and then he'll probably offer like an unclean sacrifice, and then thus the abomination of desolation. And of course, that's when the Jewish people will know that, oh my gosh, we were given a test and we failed. Okay? As far as the man of sin, that man that will make the covenant, I know some people are saying, before Obama, and I even said it, Muslim. Well, if it's a Muslim man, the Jews will never make a deal with him. And I know some people are saying now it's Jared. I says, well, I think, okay, and this is, again, just, I'm a very logical person, to a fault almost, that if he's Jewish, then the Arabs aren't going to be wanting to work with him. Just a thought. Like I said, I'm very analytical. Okay, I think it's part of all my years of military training and stuff to be analytical. Okay, that I believe that this man will have to be a Gentile. Now, I'm not saying it's Mr. Trump. I don't know who he is. Okay, I really don't, because I believe if Mr. Trump is, and he says he's a Christian and he believes in God and he reads his Bible and blah 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 blah, but then again also too it says there are some that say, didn't we prophesy, didn't we do this? He says, I know you're not, because it's only God that really judges the heart of a man, and I'm not God. That's not within my pay grade. That's above my pay grade. Okay, so there's, like I said, several ways I can understand that. The many could be the Arabs, or the many could be the Jews. The many could be the United Nations. But for some odd reason here lately, and I know that May 22nd, 2017, and we're right today is May, I want to say 7th, somewhere around there, that President Trump will be going to Israel. He was asked if he's going to, at this time, announce the moving of the embassy to Jerusalem, and I know that was part of his campaign. And when he was asked, he told the reporters, ask me in 30 days. Now, again, analytical, logical. They asked him, that was right around the 1st of May or so. If he's going on the 22nd of May, he's saying, I'll let you know when I get there what I'm going to say. He's not telling them, okay? Now, he is, one of the things is he did say, when they asked him, he says he is going to announce that he recognizes Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. To me, brothers and sisters, that sounds like, and he shall confirm a covenant. What covenant? The covenant that was made by Abraham. He's going to confirm it. He's going to claim it with the many. Who? The Jewish people. Can I be wrong? Absolutely. Okay? But as a type and shadow, that's what I'm seeing now. And remember, we see these scriptures and stuff with, glass dimly. And I always keep saying, I says, and I see it with the wrong prescription. And I wear trifocals, okay? These are bifocals, but they put in lenses because I can't see close, in the middle, or far. And it's not because of old age, like some people would think. I had to wear glasses since I was a teen. So, and sometimes when I read these scriptures, I'm wondering if I'm wearing somebody else's prescription, because I look at it today and it looks like one thing, and then more evidence appears, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I made a wrong hypothesis. Okay? I'm not perfect. I am not Mashiach. All I know is I can just interpret it as the information I have today. If tomorrow more information is given to me and I'm like, oh, that was wrong, hypothesis, then I'll get back with you. But so far, I'm leaning more that could that be the confirmation of a covenant? And what covenant? What is the greatest covenant that was ever made about Jerusalem and the Israel territory? That covenant was Abraham to God, to Abraham. More human type would be the covenant that the United Nations did over that territory, but that's man-made. So that's my two positions. Which one? I don't know. But if that's so, and that's what's going to happen on May 22nd, I believe that we will be gone before that, because we won't see this happen. I believe that we are gone before this covenant is confirmed. But again, That's just my understanding of the word. I pray that this will bless you. And the Lord bless you and keep you, make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you Shabbat peace, brothers and sisters. I love you, and if I don't see you here, I'll see you in the air. All right, I got one more video to do, and we'll talk later.